Good evening. It's 6:03 p.m. Welcome to the regular called meeting for AGUA Special Utility District Board of Directors. It's March 2nd. A roll call. Roel de Hoyos.
Present.
Gerardo Perez.
Here.
Ricardo Perez.
Here.
Ana Maria Perez.
Present.
Dr. Adriana Villarreal.
Present.
And Alex Moreno. Invocation.
Heavenly Father, as we gather today to conduct matters of business for AGUA said, may you give us your guidance, wisdom, and knowledge to make the best decisions for the ratepayers and employees. Lord, let this meeting be productive and let your peace surround us today. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Pledge of allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Public comments.
Yes, sir, Mr. President, members of the board, we do not have any public comments at this time.
Okay. Item number 2, minutes. A, approval of minutes for December 15th, 2025, AGUA board meeting. Need a motion?
Is that incorrect? I'd so move.
I have a motion by Mr. Jerry Pettis,
Second.
second by Mr. Rick Pettis. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passed. Item number 3, general manager's report.
Yes, sir, Mr. President, for the January financials we have here, Mr. Jaime Reina, Finance Director, that will summarize our January financials.
Yes, sir. These financial statements were prepared as of January 31st, 2026. If you could please turn your attention to the statement of revenues, expenses, and changes in that position. On the top left, you'll see that January is 8% of the year. Our total operating revenues were at 8% as well, and our total operating expenses were also at 8%. So overall, we're in line with our budget.
Okay. B, drug contingency plan.
Yes, sir, Mr. President, for the drug contingency plan, as we do on every board meeting, we go over the reservoir levels. Right now at Amistad reservoir levels, we're at 32.7%, a difference from 26.2 a year ago. As far as the Falcon reservoir levels, as of today, we're at 20.5. A year ago, we were at 15.9. The average between both of them, we are at 26.6 average. So we're still in line with our drug contingency plan and still approving subdivisions and approving meters as we go.
Item C, district operations update.
Yes, sir, Mr. President, members of the board. I just wanted to update the board on a few projects that we're working on. As a district, first, of course, is the CIP. The CIP projects, we had a committee meeting with 3 of our board directors for the CIP. There were some minor changes. We're also working with our consultant, Jeff Snowden, CAPEX. Hopefully within a couple of weeks, we should have a finalized CIP so that we can meet with our advisory committee that was elected by the board and move forward for a public hearing. That's on the CIP. As far as the surplus items, we have a schedule with Galindo auctioneers. The next auction, public auction, will be towards the end of the month. Let me get the date real quick because I just got this today. Will be, I'm sorry, I apologize. It'll be the 4th of April. 4th of April at 10 o'clock, and this will be done at the same place that we had done the prior auctions, which is 11437 North Glasscock Road, which is north of 7 Mile Line on that date. And again, the same percentage, which is the commission, and I know Mr. Perez asked the last time, will be of 9.9% of the gross sales total or the base of the fees. That'll be.
Are we gonna put like a limit, like a starting limit on our items?
We can, Mr. Perez,
On the
specifically
trucks at
on
least?
the large, set limit as they do specifically for the cars, for the
Yeah.
vehicles that we have, the trucks, we can. We can look at that, and we can, we can reference maybe the Kelly Blue Book. just to get
Especially
an
on the
idea based
running,
on the
running vehicles, that turn on, that are working.
Okay.
How many of those are we selling?
We have, Mr. Perez.
The running, I know we have some that don't start or don't.
We have a total of 10 vehicles. We have two F-350s, we have two Tacomas, we have two 150s, and then we have a 250. I know out of the 10, at least 5 are in working conditions, but they're they have a high mileage and.
Some of them we took out the bed, right? The beds of the 350s?
Yes. Oh, yes. We took out the beds so that we can reuse them in the new trucks.
Yeah, so
That
those
is
they're gonna
correct.
be selling like.
As they are.
As they are.
Yes, sir. Without the
Without
bed.
that.
That
So-
is correct.
So after the auction happens, obviously that's the number that's gonna go out. It doesn't come back for approval. It goes right there and then. It goes based on what the auction was approved.
Based on how the auction was approved. yes, sir.
So.
But
if
you
there's a-
usually give us a list of everything that's gonna be submitted, right?
Yes, I gave the list at the last board meeting. It was a surplus list. It was declared surplus, so that list was, I can go ahead and.
Have Ms.
resend
Perez
it.
to review that list.
Well, it was probably emailed in my package, so.
Yes.
Okay.
So it was part of that. The only thing that we added, of course, was the mileage on the vehicles. I know Mr. Perez had asked for the mileage, so I have that separate document which is not attached to the previous agenda.
Okay.
But I do have that information.
So it's always been like that. Once it gets auctioned, that's the number it goes, and there's not coming back for board approval, nothing like that.
That's the number it goes for, no.
Based on what they say.
It's sold as
As
is.
is.
No, I understand, but if it's an item that's worth $5,000 and we sell it for $500,
Yeah.
and that's the auction, so it stays at 500, doesn't come back for board approval.
I mean,
But we can have like Mr. Perez
we
said, we
set
can have them
limits to the high-
ponerle a minimum bid.
Yeah.
right.
See, we can,
We can set those. I mean, we haven't signed anything. We haven't signed the contract, but the next auction will be in March, and I know that we're seeking to. Well, we're not gonna have, of course. It's gonna be
Yeah, no,
here
go
soon.
ahead and run
So
it through.
I can wait for another couple of months.
no,
That's not-
the more you stand, a stop vehicle just gets worse.
Yeah, on April. So, but
Because it'll
by
be after the
that
meeting.
time,
Yeah,
I
it'll
mean,
be after.
we're seeking to
Change it.
move the next board meeting. That is why also.
And they're
I
all
brought it
old
in.
vehicles, right, 12 years old,
Well, based on that list, I
Yeah,
think
some
you
of
can
them
put some
are
limits.
older than 7, 8 years old, yes.
okay.
But, high mileage on some of those. I mean, I can wait, or I can go ahead and proceed and
No,
set a
no,
limit
I
on
thi-
some
I
of the
think-
vehicles based on the Kelly Blue Book. I mean, that's what I can, base it off.
Are there any other items that are like high value items that we can kind of
No.
make sure that we get
I
some?
think that the high value items, we can say are basically the vehicles. That's about it. Everything else is smaller equipment that we have. We have some generators that are not in working condition that we want to sell. We have office supplies also that we'll put on a bundle to sell as well. We have LaserJet printers. We have scanners. In miscellaneous office items that we have.
When is this auction scheduled for, sir?
It's a schedule, Dr. Villarreal, for the 4th of April
Ah, ya mero.
at 10, yes, and since we're not gonna have a regular scheduled meeting, after the 4th, so that's why I wanted just to bring the board on this. If the board is inclined to continue, I can continue with this. If not, I can bring it back on the
No,
March.
I don't see, they've already been deducted from the insurance? We're not paying
From the
insurance?
insurance, yes.
Okay.
We're working on that, and the funding that we'll get from the vehicles, we can, use it for the same new
For the-
vehicles.
Yeah, reduction,
the
at least
reduction.
200,000.
No.
We wish.
No, and I think they're gonna be enough bidders there. I mean, these vehicles probably they're gonna be, a lot of people go on that day.
To that auction, yeah, there's different school districts, municipalities that use.
If
that
they're
same-
running condition, they
same
will
vendor.
bring out good amount of money. If they're
Yes.
running. And they are running, right? They are running running, they turn on,
Most of them. I'm not gonna say all of them, because some of them, I don't wanna.
50% of them.
Don't put a set price in.
At least 50%.
Don't put a set price. We don't wanna take it back.
You're gonna
Mr.
listen to
Salinas?
this meeting, the people that come.
Mr. Salinas, a question on, you spoke about, mentioned the advisory committee. Going back to that.
Yes.
Is that the committee that we selected, the people
Yes.
that we, did you reach out to those
That is
people and
correct.
did everyone accept?
Yes, everyone accepted.
Okay, perfect.
Yes. I mean, we still have to set the date, right, but they
Okay.
they did accept to be on the committee.
They didn't say, who nominated me? I don't want to be part of this.
No,
No,
they were glad
they were all
to.
okay with it?
Yes, they were okay with it.
Wasn't not a lot of new ones.
Most of them were existing.
Yes.
they'll
Okay.
like
I
to
was
be part
wondering
of-
if they have,
Especially if they're developers.
if they have what,
If they're developers, they would like
Oh,
to be as
of
part
course.
of the,
they want to have a say-so.
yes.
Okay.
Okay, on another item, we're gonna be having an emergency service, district, it's a new district that the county created, it's the Emergency Service District number 6. We're gonna be having a meeting with them tomorrow, at noon here at the district. There's gonna be several, fire chiefs that are gonna be joining us, as well as some of the board members from the district, which is Dr. Uresti and Mr. Mario Flores will be here as well. So we're gonna talk about the funding that they're receiving through the county, and see how they can use that funding through AGUA, maybe, create some agreements with AGUA Special Utility Districts on the maintenance and maybe replacement of the fire hydrants. I know that it's a topic that we need to talk about it with the board, because we don't want to fall into a liability of maintaining and resurfacing those fire hydrants or replacing those fire hydrants throughout the district, specifically the urban area.
So
and
what
rural area.
do you think, did they send you an agenda they wanna talk about?
No, we just spoke on the phone, just to get it started so that they can talk about what is it for, the funding that they have and the plan that they have, the plan of action. But I know there are several, cities, fire chiefs that will be here, at noon, and of course, the county, Hidalgo County as well,
Because
which they
that's
wanna
our-
focus more on the
That's
rural
our
area.
property, right? It's our property.
It's our CCN, yes.
But-
It's
but the fire
in our
hydrant-
easement, yes. Most of them will be in our easement, and some of them will be on right of way as well. And we're there by permit, some of the
Do
lines.
we give them permission for them? I think
That's
they're
something
gonna-
that we have to iron out with our legal once we get it started. But this is the first meeting that we're having with them, so that we can find out what is it that they would like for us to be in.
And I guarantee you,
agreement with them
I
or
seen
work with them.
I seen fire hydrants that've been there at least 15 years, never tested. And what happens is, one of them is not working, what happens then?
Well, apparently this district will have funding available to replace them. That's my understanding. But we'll find out more.
They gotta be careful, because there's a lot.
There's
They've
a
been
lot.
there for, do they go bad or no? Do they go bad? those
Yes,
fire hydrants?
you
They
have
do?
you have to test them. You have to.
The seals go bad, or what
You
is
have
it?
to
that-
lubricate them as well, and it's a yearly process. Now, the district, as a district, we don't require for developers to have fire hydrants. It comes from the county and from the cities, surrounding cities, so it's not a requirement from AGUA. We're just here to supply water as per our rules.
What can we do
On the
to
commercial
give,
too, right?
On the
to give the
commercial.
fire hydrant to the county? If we don't require them to give,
Yeah, well, as part of the, I guess as part of the model subdivision rules, they do require at least to have filling stations through the fire hydrants. Now, we do use the fire hydrants as well, so that we can flush whenever we have breaks, or we have low chlorine levels for any reason, we have to flush the line,
but those fire, we do test them.
we do work with them, especially on the dead end lines.
Do
where
we
know
do them once a year, or how
We
often?
do them once a year, at least
Who
once
does
a year,
that for us?
specifically water plant operators. But that's
They have a
specifically
schedule, they
for
go through all
those,
the district?
for those specific dead end lines that we have, we go once a year and test them. We don't test for pressure or any static pressure as well. We don't do that. We just open them up, work them out, and that's what we do, and flush them out.
Who will be at the meeting tomorrow?
There's gonna be, Dr. Oreste, I think he's the chairman of the board, Mario Flores. They're gonna have, the fire chiefs. I'm not sure if there's gonna be the fire chiefs or fire marshals, but, from each city that, we cover. I know that Sherryland Water Supply wanted to be here as well, and I think they have, engineer consultants that will be here as well.
Do any of us have to be here, sir? Do any of us?
No, but you're welcome to be here as well. Yeah, certain number, yes. I mean, you're welcome to be here, Mr.
We're all coming.
Can make it will be great because it's a new district
Yeah,
and
but,
it's something that we
can
need to
we-
find out what is it that we
Can we charge the district, have a one department here, AGUA have their own department?
Yes,
for-
we can, but at the same time, we don't wanna fall into the liability of working fire hydrants as well. per
Sí, porque si
rules.
falla en
But
un
yes, they
incendio,
wanna
qué
work
mal.
Yeah,
in
but-
agreement with our special
To
utility
have
district,
somebody
Can't do
on
it
hand.
anyway.
either to do maintenance or at least to have
It has to be a
permission
fire
to
department.
work on their fire hydrants.
As far as the maintenance of the fire hydrant, I would think it would be the fire department people, either cities or fire marshals that have to do the maintenance on it, or the recertification, whatever they call it, because they don't, they have to go in there and paint it at the top, making sure it's a different color, because every year it
Right.
changes, so all that would have to be somebody from the background as far as fire department.
Yes, and it is a very, I guess, a unique situation, right, where the districts, utility districts, and I'm not gonna talk about the other districts, but, some of the cities have their own fire department, and they own the utilities, City of Mission, City of McAllen, so they have that, I guess, that backup from that department to do testing every year and color the fire hydrants to show the different pressures that they have throughout the city, make sure that all fire hydrants are in working condition. That's the difference between, and then since we don't require fire hydrants and we don't maintain fire hydrants, so that's put
How
us
many
on a very
units do we have?
on a very difficult situation.
How many units do we have? So many?
How many units, we're doing accountability of that, Mr. Perez, but we're looking at less than 1,000 fire hydrants, I'm gonna say.
All over the
Is
district?
All
that
over
on
the
the, like,
district.
the Google Maps that y'all are putting?
Yes,
Okay.
we're gonna be planning, and I know that Sam's was working on the GIS as well, but we still have a couple of phases left on that, trying to catch up from 2016, 2017, we're trying to catch up as we go through the GIS as well.
Let's put in oil on the system, put in,
They should lubricate, yeah, there's a special type of oil that you can use on the fire hydrants.
well, see, tell us how it go. I don't know any of the board members.
And do they like mark it, like in, like the way you know how they come in and, inspect the fire hydrants?
Yes.
Or not the fire hydrants, the extinguishers? Like,
fire
you know, like a little tag that it's been looked at, like covered, or they've been checked?
As far as tag, no, but I know that they are color coded,
Coded.
depending on the pressure for that specific fire hydrant.
They're color coded on top of it.
On
On
top.
the top of it,
tells
and that's
them,
how you know that it's been checked?
It's been checked and it's functioning, and it can that fire hydrant at that certain date that they tested gave them 40 psi, 45, 50 psi, 60 psi. So the fire department, when there's an emergency, they know
Which
what kind
ones
of
to
pressure
use.
that fire hydrant can go, how much water they can pull out of that fire hydrant.
So they will give us a failed test if they find a fire that's not.
Yes,
so-
or fire hydrant that is not functioning at all.
So it's gonna, it can get us into more trouble.
Have to paint it black. Yes, I know, and it's a liability. So we'll see
Yeah.
what happens tomorrow, and of course I'm gonna invite legal if they can make it, or they can zoom in as well so that they can hear what is it that they're proposing or their intent, right? So we might have Sherland Water Supply as well. Might have a representative here because it affects them as well, which is.
What about the rest of the county?
No, I cannot talk about the rest of the county, but I know that District 5, it's mainly Precinct 3. That's what I've read, but I'm
But
not certain on that. We'll
it's
find out
emergency
tomorrow.
5 and 6, right?
It's emergency
Five
5.
and
I think there's an EMS also. as
Yeah,
well
but it's all
involved.
precinct 3, that's precinct 3.
It's Precinct 3, yeah,
Okay, thank you.
yes. And the last one that I have, Mr. President and members of the board, it's the Texas Water Development Board. There's gonna be a meeting, March 31st, it's gonna be on a Tuesday, and it's to accept construction donors. We haven't received an official notice, but they gave us a call, a courtesy call on that. So we'll be on the agenda for the Texas Water Development Board on the 31st,
When did you get the call?
March 31st, yes, sir.
Where did you get the call?
Last week.
Well, congratulations.
Last week, yes. So we, as we did for the $6 million for the planning acquisition and design, this time will be for the construction dollars. I know that 3 of our board directors attended with me to receive that.
Good.
The funding. So we'll be on the 31st. And that's all I have for district operations update, Mr. President.
Thank you. Thank you. Moving on to item number 4, District Engineers Report.
Yes, sir, Mr. President, we have SAM's, Mr. Saul Maldonado, that will give us a summary on the 495 project.
Good evening, Mr. President, board members. Just have one project on here, pretty quick one. The majority of the work for Sam's Inc. has been completed. We're waiting on TxDOT review of specifications and details, just to see if they have any questions, any concerns before they finish packaging up their portions. Not much left to report yet.
So all the acquisitions have been already,
As far as our work for them, there's acquisitions that still have to take place for easements, but as far as our work for the design of it, pretty much complete.
Yes, and the other pending item, which was the decommission of the lift station that we have behind the HEB by 495, that one was already removed and tested. 5125 did the decommission of that, removal and decommission of the lift station.
That's one of those done in-house by
Yes.
outside well with 5125.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
All right, moving on to item number 5, discussion and possible action on a non-standard service agreement for water and wastewater to be submitted to Black Ace LLC for the cost related to water and wastewater service for El Coyote Ranchette subdivision.
Yes, sir, Mr. President, members of the board, here with us we have Ms. Daniela Ortiz with Sames that will be discussing this item.
Hi, this subdivision is approximately 6.89 acres of land, consists of 5 single-family residential lots, and it's located along the west right-of-way of El Pinto between Sullivan City and Gardenia Street. It's 5 LUEs, and water and sewer services are provided by AGUA.
Have a motion?
Is
Have a
this
motion.
Leo's subdivision, Mr. Salinas?
No, Dr.
Leo
Gerald,
Ortiz.
this is Anthony Uresi's subdivision.
Cause that's on my street. How come I don't know?
This is El Coyote Ranch. This is between Salinas and Gardenia. Salinas and Gardenia on along Pinto Road.
But it's on El Pinto Road.
It's along the Pinto Road, yes.
They're gonna have sewer?
They're planning to have to worry, yes, sir.
Okay, I have a motion by Mr. Alonso and a second by Mr. Perez. All those in favor?
Aye.
You're talking about, that's.
Any opposed? Motion passes.
You have 2 minutes. for this.
Item number 6, discussion and possible action on a non-standard service agreement for water to be submitted to Ms. Diana Izaguirre for the cost related to water services for Western Creek subdivision.
This subdivision is approximately 10 acres of land, consisting of 16 single-family residential lots. It's located along the northeast corner of West Mile 5 and Western Road. 16 LUEs, and the water service is provided by AGUA, and they're using septic tanks.
Okay.
That's the one on the west, on the east part, northeast part of Palmview and Western.
It's,
In the
yes,
northeast
Western
corner.
Palmview.
Acá de tumbar el monte ahí.
Sorry?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's on the northeast corner, 5 Mile Line in Western. It's a strip of land.
So move.
I have a motion by Mr. Alonso,
second.
second by Mr. Perez. All those in favor?
Right.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Thank you. Item number 7, discussion and possible action on an order by the AGUA Board of Directors amending Article 7, Section 715, leak repair assistance of the AGUA Special Utility District rules.
Yes, sir, Mr. President, we have attached order number 2026-03-001 on the attachment. If I can have your attention to page 3, which is 7-15C. So based on the last board meeting that we had and direction from the board of directors, the only change that is going to happen for section 7-15 leak repair assistance will be to assist our water customers to extend the payment plan from 12 months to 18 months. So the maximum allowable time for a payment plan will be 18 months. So that was the only change that was talked with the board, and that was the direction given to us from the board of directors to extend from 12
This is
months
for the
to
leaks
18
that
months.
happen that the
Inside their
customer has
property.
to pay,
Yes.
correct?
That is
But,
correct.
but the software can notify the customers, right? If,
Say
if
say
you-
that again?
The,
Yes, yes. If they have
Monitoring.
the app, and
The app.
yes, you have to set a limit on your account, and it'll advise you if you went over that amount or that volume of water usage.
On the bill, can we put, you can log in to be, you know, for them to be aware.
We can add
And
language
then
on
also
that.
when they come and pay, make sure register in case there's a leak and all that.
Okay, yes, sir, we can.
Especially on the elderly, that they are not very tech savvy. So we need to be proactive with them and tell them that there is that service available. Porque pues mucha gente más mayor que no son muy buenos con los teléfonos,
The apps.
you know, they're not gonna know that they can take advantage of that, and it can save them in the long run.
Yes.
But we gotta advocate para que they know, you know, that there is that service.
Yes, sir.
very good.
Okay.
Now, another question. So the ones that are on the payment plan beyond those 18 months, they're gonna get grandfathered, or they're gonna get
No,
notified?
we don't have over 18 months. No, we
¿En
have
las
done it.
cinco?
We have done it 12 and below, right? 12 months. So we have done payment plans usually go from 6 to 12 months,
Okay.
depending on the amount and what the customer can pay per month. But we'll work with them. But now we'll have 18 months to work with the
And
customer.
you're dealing with the ones that are delinquent right now to
Yes.
address the problem.
That is correct.
The ones that list, I don't know how many there might be, but
Yes, sir.
cut out for water or pay.
Or go through a payment plan.
What if they can't do it, sir? What
If
if
they can
can't
do it,
meet that?
well, I know that we had, previous, I must say probably a year ago, we had assistance from the county and the state. I'm not
I was
sure
gonna
if those programs are gonna be open back again this year.
I know
can
every
ask on
month
that,
at the
but there
beginning
were
of the
programs
month,
that-
the Hidalgo County, I don't know which entity it is, but they apply or they have to, I guess, stand in line. But they get assistance with their utilities. I don't know if water being one of them.
Yes, I think it was electricity and water.
Okay.
But at this time, I'm not particularly sure, but I know one of the programs ended with the county, that they had assistance, for customers that couldn't pay the bill.
They still have.
Community service agency?
Yeah,
Community
community
service.
service, yeah. They still have it every month, but they have like a limit of like 20 per month at the beginning of the month.
So is there a way that they could apply for that first before getting them ready
Or
for?
maybe have something on
Payment
hand to
plan,
give them.
like-
They could, I mean, we can wait a month or depending on the customer situation, we can wait a
See if
month
they
or
can
two
apply.
and not cut off, their water service. That's something that we can do, and we have done it in the past, wait until they go through the process with the county to see if they're gonna get,
Qualified.
either qualify or reimbursement or actually, they'll send the checks directly to AGUA as well, from the county. So that they
I'm
can-
just wondering, cause times are hard and a lot of people, they don't have, you know,
It's too-
I mean, even though they might be in a payment plan, they might be still too hard for them,
Yes. Depends on the situation.
yes.
Situation.
That's the only reason I was asking.
Okay, so I need a motion.
Some of,
I have a motion by Dr. Villarreal.
No, it was Ms.
Oh, sorry, from Ms. Perez.
But second by me.
A second by Dr. Villarreal. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Item number 8, discussion and possible action on the change of date for the April board meeting.
Yes, sir, Mr. President, members of the board, attached, we have the calendar for April 2026. The first Monday of the month will be Easter Monday, so there'll be a holiday. We are recommended to move the meeting to the 13th or any other day other than the 6th.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion by Mr. Rios, second by Ms. Pettis. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes.
6.
April 6th, yeah. I mean, sorry, April 13th, excuse me.
April sixth, right?
No, no, we're moving
We
it
wanted it Easter.
to the 13th. Yeah. All right.
So we're
item
moving it to the 13th.
13th, yes. Item number 9, discussion of possible action authorizing general manager to solicit competitive bids on the purchase of water treatment chemicals to include liquid aluminum sulfate blend and liquid ammonium sulfate.
Yes, sir, Mr. President. Currently, we have Chemtrade as our vendor for these two chemicals, for alum and ammonia. Their current contract will expire June 10th. We would like to solicit for bids. Now, the contract also has a clause of a 1-year extension. However, we're still pending either if they're gonna increase the pricing or they're gonna keep it the same. So depending on the amount, or if there's no increase in price, I can bring it back to the board on the next board meeting in April. And there's a possibility that it'll be good just to have an extension instead of going out for bids, depending on the amount, if they're gonna increase it. But for now, I would like authorization, to have that authorization so that I can advertise in the newspaper to solicit for those two chemicals as well.
Okay. Do you have a motion?
Councilman.
I have a motion by Mr. Gerardo Perez. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Dr. Villarreal. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Item number 10, discussion and possible action on approval of service authorization number 1 under the master agreement with Gannett Fleming for the North Water Treatment Plant.
Yes, sir, Mr. President, members of the board, attached, we have the service authorization number 1 with Gannett Fleming. Again, we have been working with Gannett Fleming, which is a DEC company, on the planning, acquisition, and design through the Water Development Board. We already went through the process of selecting Gannett Fleming. That was done last year. For now, based on the authorization, we're looking for this proposal to have a preliminary conceptual design intended to support the site selection. So right now, the first steps that we're gonna go through is to have the site selected for the North Water Treatment Plant. The development, it'll be an initial site plan and comprehensive design for the phase, and from this scope, we'll have now another authorization for the design, geotechnical selection, surveying, environmental, etc. So this is the first step for us to have a site selection, and I would like to take this also through a committee once we start working with Gannett Fleming, so that we can have a good site for our North Water Treatment Plant. Now, we have 2 irrigation districts that the district can work with. That's Irrigation District 6 and Irrigation District 16. And both irrigation districts have irrigation canals that run past 7 Mile Line. So we can easily get raw water from both of the districts to our new, it would build a new reservoir as well. So this is part of the first process in order for us to have a final site selection, and then from there we can move on to design and acquisition and all of that encompasses a design for the water treatment plant.
As far as site, do you have an idea more or less? You have some areas considering?
On the areas that we're looking at, we were looking at Dauphin, close to the area of 7.5, 8 Mile Line, and that's with Irrigation District 6. And the other main area that I believe it's a good site will be also on 7 Mile Line by Giles Road. But that one, the canal is Irrigation District 16. So on the Dauphin one, the Irrigation District 6, they own the property. They own, I believe it was 25 acres or so, and the canal runs through the center of that. And on the other properties that we're looking at, I know that the county owns a section of the property that we're looking on 7 Mile Line and Giles that was taken out because of tax issues on that. But there's those two sites are very good sites for the North Water Treatment Plant. Also, as part of the feasibility, we had also looked at close to 3 Mile Line and Jarachinas Road, 3.5 mile road and Jarachinas Road, because we have the lake right next to the La Jolla Lake, which that'll be Irrigation District 16 that will supply the water. So we have both districts that we can work with, and of course we need to be close by an irrigation supply canal.
And how much acreage are you looking at to do this?
We're looking between 20 and 30 acres.
That's how much you need for
If we're gonna build a reservoir, yes, because the reservoir will take more than 10 acres.
okay.
Or more, yes.
So as far as purchasing the land, or would it be, how would that
We
work?
will be purchasing the land. We have
From the districts?
Not from the district. Well, in this case, Irrigation District 6 owns land.
Okay.
And on the other hand, the other district doesn't own land that we can acquire
But they own the lake?
but they own the lake, yes. So we have several options to work with. And of course, we have money set aside just for the acquisition of the land as well through the Water Development Board.
So I guess what I'm saying, you need to buy those 25 acres anyway, regardless.
Regardless, yes, we need to buy those 25 acres. That is correct.
Not donations?
It depends. I know in one of the properties, the county owns a property, was lost through taxes, and I think owned by the sheriff's office, but that's less than what we need, but we need to buy another section of property. But we haven't started. We want to get everything, all the ducks in a row so that we can, have a good site selection, and I would like to take this through the committee as well, once the engineer has already looked at all pros and cons for all the sites that we're looking at, and we can discuss that. I know that a north plant will help one in pressure, and the other one that we will be eliminating some of our booster stations as well because of the pressure situation. Now having a north plant will technically do that, eliminate some of our booster stations that we won't need anymore because we have a pressure zone north of 7 Mile Line. But there's a lot of details that come with that. We will need to, sit down with the engineer, look at everything from electricity to water rights to the location to the geotechnical, see if it's feasible to build in that, that location.
Any archaeological problems in terms of that?
Everything, environmental, yes, sir.
Well, and obviously they're outside city limits. They're outside city limits. There's no jurisdiction as far as anybody
For now,
planning or permitting as far as
For
that.
now, the locations are within our CCN first, and they're in the county. They're not inside city limits.
Okay, well,
I know that the closest one will be close to, if we go that route on FM 2221, will be close to City of La Jolla, if not just right on the boundary of City of La Jolla's city limit. But the others on 7 Mile Line, those will be, on the
Good.
county. So we'll need to look into all of that, from electricity to taking the raw water, pumping the raw water, the delivery charges from the districts, the water rights that are going to be needed. So there's a lot of details that we need to look into before we make a final decision and move forward with the design.
Good. All right, good job.
All right, I need a motion.
That's a move.
I have a motion by Mr. Pettis,
Second.
second by Dr. Villarreal. All those in favor? Any opposed? Motion passes. Item number 11, discussion and possible action on authorizing general manager to negotiate and execute the proposed contract for grant writing services with Border Affairs LLC.
Yes, sir, Mr. President, members of the board. As we all know, we went through the RFQ process, the procurement process for grant services. We advertised, we selected Border Affairs. I know that we have here Mr. Humberto Garza that will give us a presentation as he did for the committee. I know some of the board directors already heard some of the proposals that he has, some of the options that he has in order for us to enter into a contract with his firm. Mr. Garza?
Thank you so much for your audience today. Good afternoon. You want to make sure that we got the right one? Okay. Again, my name is Humberto Garza. Good afternoon, Mr. President, board members. I'm the president and CEO of Board Affairs. It's roughly a 6-year-old firm. I'm the president and CEO of it, and I have with me Ramiro Garcia today with me, but I'd like to show you the options that you have here for us. We're excited about working with you. We're eager to work with you, and I want to tell you why, and I want to tell you how we do it, so that you can understand where I came up with this figure. These two figures. What I did was I met with Mr. Salinas first, and we discussed and talked about the different projects that you have going. I said, Humberto, we need to get started on this. Well, I first need to understand what you have so that I can put something together. I cannot just say, well, I'm going to charge you that. We're not that type of consultant firm. We're a little bit different, and you're going to see why. More specifically and more to the point, we integrate ourselves into your activities, into what you're doing. That means we become involved here with your team. We've already met with them twice, including the committee, and I expressed and I showed in this presentation that all of you are going to see now. But the point of that is so that they understood, so that we would all understand that my objective and our objective is to become fully functional here with you. And there's a reason for that. Let's go to the next slide. This is my professional experience. It's 10 years in the county. I think 10 years in the county. I did for free for Ramon, 14 years for the state of Texas, and 6 years for the federal government. 4 years private contract design and construction and federal government. I worked for a knitting firm. I traveled all across Texas, a lot of military bases. That firm turned into a bigger firm, and they ended up getting some contracts with New Mexico. In fact, my boss, the guy who signed my check, is sitting right over there. And I did that with him. And so 34 years of experience in government, including my years with Saúl and Saints. Go to the next. These are the present clientele. Now, we have over 18 contracts at the moment right now. These are the ones that are very, very active right now, that are doing the same thing that we're doing here, that we like to do here with you. That's go after Texas Water Development Board funds, or USDA Rural Development funds, or anything else that I can see out there that we're gonna tag, we're gonna target, we're gonna go after.
How many of those have gotten some of the funding?
Most of them. City of Mercedes. Where is it here? It should be here. City of Mercedes, we're presently working on 2 projects right now, worth $1 million a pop. Overall, City of Mercedes, we've done maybe close to anywhere between $15 and $20 million. County of Willacy, we did some more money there. Starr County, we did some work there. We're presently starting to work with Jardín Water Supply. We're trying to fit in the deadline for the Smart 6 deadlines and so forth. Raymondville, we got them $1 million. City of La Feria, we got them $4.5 million. So overall, we've done some great work. We've done some good work, and we're pretty proud of that. We have another corporate account here that they'd like to take us to their cities and say, how do we get them the monies that they need for their projects? Go to the next one. We surround ourselves with a team. It's not only me that does this. It's impossible for a consultant to come in here and say, well, I'm sure there are, but we don't do it that way. What we do is we surround ourselves with folks that are familiar with management of funds, are familiar with grants, are familiar with Texas Water Development Board, are familiar with economic development, are familiar with sidewalks, are familiar with drainage, are familiar with hydrologic studies. These are the folks that we surround ourselves with. It doesn't mean that we are married to these people. These are the folks that if I meet them, I have them there ready for me for these applications. These applications run real quick. Sometimes these funding agencies, they only give us a small window to operate, and that's what makes it very, very difficult. I'm glad you have an engineering firm already in play. We can work with that firm, and I know them pretty well, so I know what the capacity of the work. But just so that you know, we work with them, Estrella, our geoeconomic advisors, other newest partner. You may know him as Ramiro Garza, the ex-mayor of the City of Edinburgh. The AGUA group from Brownsville. We've done plenty of work with them. We've done probably about 11 projects worth about $6 to $7 million. And we have the numbers people. This is a CPA firm out of Westaco. We want to make sure that the numbers that we introduce, the numbers that we work with, are solid and are firm, are what the grant needs. Overall, there's a list of some of the folks that we have. That means that when you contract with Border Affairs, you're not just getting Humberto Garza and Rodrigo Garcia here. You're getting all these group of folks. Go to the next one. We're also CDBG certified. We have that under our belt, and really what that means is that we're super nerds about doing community development block grants. It's TDA, Sid Miller has this certification because a lot of people were starting to write grants. He put this out so that folks who are doing CDBG grants, they follow a strict rule. Well, we're following that. We do that as well. Go to the next one. These are some of the people that worked associated with us or worked directly with us, under us. You may or may not know this, but this is Carlos Rubenstein. He is the president and chairman of RSH2O. He is the former chairman of the Texas Water Development Board, former commissioner of TCEQ, and he was a former Rio Grande Water Master. We're working now 4 projects with him. They're regional projects, Willacy County, Cameron County, and Hidalgo County. That's a huge, huge project. That's Ambutech. That's the guy from Ambutech. He's got a doctorate degree from Harvard in civil engineering. He was also faculty at Duke University. Carlos and I have become really close friends. I like the way he works. If I ask him to do something, he gets it done right away. Jessica is probably one of my longest employees. She comes in and out. She's got these certifications that I use from time to time so that I can see what we're doing, and the applications sometimes call for a special certification. Diego Sáenz, who is from civil engineering graduate from the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley. And some of the other folks that help us, Ramiro Garcia, you see him here in front of us, Emmett Wells, he's a senior marketing strategist. Julian Chapa, research analyst, Rudy Salinas, Rigoberto Villarreal, government liaison. Those are all very active individuals. Like I said, these are my partners, these are my associates. Next one. And this is what you get. It's kind of the same thing from the other one that has the whole list. I just put it back here so that you understand where we have a strong support team. And again, it's not just a bunch of grant writers, it's also a good support team. Go to the next one. And here's why we have a support team. And I think you already know this because there was some talks about some of the stuff that's going on, why it takes so long. The NOFA, the Notice of Funding Opportunity, goes out from the funding agency. You got 60 to 90 days to fill that out. You got to put the grant together, apply it together, or to put the application together. You got to do the RFQ for professional services for engineering, architectural, and environmental. That takes another 30 to 45 days sometimes if you're lucky. Preliminary engineering report, you may need that. You may want to do also another RFQ for that. That takes 45 days. The environmental study, the archaeological study, again, 60, 45 days. Time goes by, and this thing is not stopping here. So you have to be prepared for this sort of thing. The best solution, I think, for this is to have your project ready and ready to go. That way, when these agencies open up with the funding opportunity, you're ready to go, you're set to go. You have your project ready. Go ahead, next one. We also do, what we like to do is, once we attach ourselves to the grant, we have to partner ourselves with the different entities, with the different people that are going to be a part of those grants. And what that means is if you got precinct 3 that you need to work with, and you need to go out and find some kind of synergy for the grant application. Well, we'll do that. We'll take care of that for you. We work hand in hand with your director, but at the same time, there's a valuable time that sometimes gets spent in lobbies, in offices. Well, we can do that. We're pretty good at that. We're pretty good at knocking, getting what we need, and asking for what we need until we get it. There's many times it's not irregular that I ask Diego or that I ask Ramiro, go stand in City Hall and stay there until you get what you need. Everybody's busy. We get it. But these grants, these applications, they only have a short amount of time before we can sneak it in there and have that application be read. Have that application be accepted. We work with local governments, state governments, federal government, been doing the government for 35 years. I worked at the state office. I worked 2 legislative sessions. I work congressional office. I worked for Congressman Filemon Vela for 4 years. I was in charge of grants. That's all I did for 11 counties. And I know how the appropriations and the allocations of these funding mechanisms work, and who do we need to talk to so we can get. That's what I'm talking about, these partnerships. We know who to talk to, we know who to call, and we know how to get our application moving faster than the normal. So it's a big plus. Go to the next one. Any questions?
So you're talking about when you're, I mean, we know the grant process is a grant writing. When you partner with them, you're asking for the data from these different departments to finish the application. Am I correct?
If it's like the county, if they need to do a resolution, if they need to do, they need to put something on a public hearing and so forth, we handle that. We will push on that. If it's a state or federal, we know who to call so that they could give us that edge in getting our application moving faster.
Oh, more than anything, it's the pushing, not the writing part of it.
No. We do all the writing.
Right.
No, we do all the writing. Now,
Right.
there's times when we're going to be needing letters of support. They write those,
Okay.
and we get those. But because we already have a relationship with these agencies, or with the state offices, or with these federal offices, they already know. Send us a template, just let us sign it up, and just let us sign it, we'll send it right back. It's done really, really quick. One of the reasons I'm curious because
And I may make an input, when you make about grant writing, one is writing, one, and the other one is pushing,
Yeah,
and it goes hand in hand,
yeah.
you know, so,
that's very true.
I worked in the legislature, I know.
so,
So who in your department is the one that does all the grant writing?
We have 2 excellent grant writers with me. Ramiro's one of them, and Diego's the other one. Jessica from time to time will jump on another one. Julian Chapa is one. Dr. Ruben Ramos, who does all the grant writing for Donna ISD. He's a doctorate, and he's also does all our grant writing. Some of our grant writing, especially the water ones. Those are these water grants are very, very comprehensive. So I need all hands on deck some of the time, most of the time.
So what would be like your success rate or the end goal at getting the grant per se?
It's high.
It's high?
It's
How high?
It's high. I would say 90%. If the grant fails, I can guarantee you it's not going to be because of me. And I don't and take no offense over it, but the sometimes the engineering is off. They have their own sets of engineers over there whether at the Texas Water Development Board and all those other agencies. They have their interpretation of what they feel is a proper model for that. And that may pass to the next step, or that may not. And Saul may have an interpretation of what he feels is right because he lives here and he understands the
Demographics.
the systems and the demographics. But somewhere up in Austin, he may not, or may differ with that opinion. That's where these relationships help come in and integrate a broader view of what is needed. Well, you guys didn't get it. I go, why not? I want to know why not. I want to understand why not, so that I can go back and say and appeal that and say I want it because you're not getting it right.
So you're
because
lobbying.
my engineer got it right.
Lobbying the grant.
Exactly. So that helps us out a lot. Those relationships. That's why I'm here. SB7, HJR7. These are all funding mechanisms that are available for you. This one is the one that I really like. Why? Because it's mostly 100%. It's almost nothing to
Yeah,
you.
I mean, we're
So
in a
this is
time
the
when
one that I want to
there's
chase
money.
and that I want to go after. It's going to be
for new plants or upgrade?
no, it's mostly for systems.
Old system?
Repairing systems or adding systems.
Yeah, I think Roma got $55 million.
I think they did it under the Texas, the regular water development, the regular funding. They have different funding mechanisms. They have about 12 of them every year that they put out for funding. What do they call it? They're different categories. We can chase all of those, and I want to chase all of those. Go to the next slide. This one will tell us.
On that one, hold on a minute, on that House Bill 500, how many of the other utility districts that,
we're
or
applying.
cities are you applying for?
We're presently applying for like five grants.
On that,
Under
House
each
Bill,
On their HB fund. Well, it comes out in March, this month.
This month.
But what we're doing is prepping up already. We're putting it together.
You already put it together.
Yeah, we're putting it together. But mind you, it's gonna be open until what?
July.
So we have some room here, we have some cushion, so we can go over your projects and we can apply into that. And we'll go over the list of what is on these lists. Go to the next one.
But it says it starts 2027 on that one.
The funding list,
The funding.
yes.
you get awarded this year, but next year.
The submission is done prior
That
to.
you get awarded.
See,
that-
Yeah.
okay.
go to the next one. So here are the different categories that I'm gonna be looking at, that I'm gonna be examining and putting together with and I'm sure Robert knows all this, Mr. Salinas. And I'm sure he's applied to some of these things, but
Yeah.
these are the categories, these are the funding categories that are available. And go to the next slide. And these are what qualifies these projects. So there's stuff in there for lots of things that we could do here. And so I think somebody mentioned water, wastewater treatment, it's in here somewhere.
Now, if we were to get that funding, can we apply it to previous, like, grants that we have, like to bring down the debt?
It depends if you're going to be, that project has to be a new phase,
Right.
a new part of that particular project. You can't say, I want a grant so that I can fix what I messed up. I want to modify it, or I want to make it better version.
More
of
efficient.
this. Yes, more efficient. Go to the next one. Project management. I don't know why this does that, but I think it's
Get after your graphic design.
But project management is very important to us, and project management is, once we get involved into the grant, and this is very important because, like I said, there's a regular grant writer that I can come in and I can say, tell me what you want to do in a regular grant. My wife writes grants. She's a teacher. She's been teaching for 29 years. And she's written a bunch of grants for laptops, for shelves, for books, and so forth. She's gotten them all, and she's never asked me for help, not one single time. This is very, very different. This is extremely different. There's a lot of working with engineers, with architects or surveyors, with environmental studies, with right-of-way acquisitions, with your county, with your state officials, with your federal officials. This is where it becomes algebra, and it's not simple math anymore. And this is why we're here, and this is why we want to integrate ourselves into your operation. Go to the next one. The pillars of grant writing, identifying the funding agencies and confirming government. That's where we're going to get the monies, whether it's one agency, two agencies. Do we need partners for that? Do we need to partner up with the county? Do we need to partner up with anybody for this, with the whoever is out there, with one of the irrigation districts, et cetera, et cetera. The application has to be stellar. Okay, there's a lot of stuff in ChatGPT or in AI that can help you with this, but you still have to apply the human
element.
to it. You still have to do that. Cultivation of the award. Once the award comes in, what does that mean? That means you got to take care of it, because if we don't take care of it,
Reports and
you
everything
know,
too, yeah.
we may be at default, or they may be giving us a penalty, a daily penalty for this if we're not doing it correctly. Now, here's why this is important right now. Because most agencies, state agencies and federal agents, have cut their employees by half. So that means the folks who were doing the caseworkers or the grantors or the contracting officers, they're now half of them. Because that's just the way it is. That's just the way the federal government has it. They chopped everything off, and Texas did the same thing. And a lot of people are working out of the house, and they're working more comfortable and so forth, but it still leaves a number that is undesired. So we have to be now even more efficient, more aggressive, more bold. This is why the grant writers are very important, to be on top of these folks, asking, where's my application, where's it going, how, where's it been, where's it going, has it been past the review? That takes time, and that is valuable time that your staff, your director could be doing other things. We can do that for you. The solicitation, we get past the award, now we gotta put it out for procurement, and we gotta follow proper procurement policies. That in itself is going to be a headache, and we need to do it the right way. Again, we have agencies with limited number of caseworkers now. we can take over and we can help you with this. And I'm sure you guys do a great job, but I would love to be a part of it and show you a way that we do it so that we stay on top of things. And I'm going to show you that in a bit. The compliance, I can't tell you how important that is. The reporting, anything that we have to report back, it has to be gospel-like, religious-like. So good thing is that we've already built up a reputation where they know us, they understand the Board of Affairs. Well, if we ask for something, we're going to go back and get it for them. We're going to send it over to them. Next application, next. A little bit of the same. Just put some names on some of these things. The monitor, the training, the personnel, the maintenance, and the administration, the contract support. We've done so many contracts of these with the agencies. We kind of know what they're looking for. We kind of know where we sneak in words that will benefit us. We kind of do that. Proper procurement, you already know that. I just told you about it. But basically, the initiation, the planning, the execution, the performance, we want to be a part of that. We want to help you with that. Go to the next slide. How do we do that? Well, we do it this way. First, we have our monthly meetings, monthly team meetings. That means we come in here. Every month we come in here and we work with Roberto's team. And we say, okay, what do you have going? Give us what you got, so that we can go over those. Tell us what you already have, the old grants. Give us those. Give us what you want to do. Give us your wish list, and we'll go after those. That is extremely important. I want to put those out in our own, what I call a project portal. I'm going to show you that here in a little bit. We do a grants team, a board meeting, and an AGUA team. These are monthly meetings that I need to have with your staff and with your team. The reporting, anytime we meet with anybody, anytime we meet with Roberto, anytime we meet with Ever, anytime we meet with Sames, you will have an executive summary of that meeting, and you will get that. And here in a minute we can present it, we can give it to you. The monthly performance report, every month you're going to get a report of what we're doing and what we've been doing. And I'll show you a copy of that in here in a little bit. The project portal, I'm going to show you that here in a little bit so you can understand why it's important to keep track of these things and how we do it. The presentations, ask me to do a presentation. Ask me to go to a precinct, ask me to go to the county, ask me to make a presentation here. We'll be glad to do that. Council meetings and district representations. I want to represent you. I want to represent you, and when it comes to these funding mechanisms, I want to be a part of that, and I want to say, tell me who to present or how to present, or tell me what's going on with any of these grants. Be glad to do that for you. I think this is where we do the portal thing.
Is your website not working?
I'm sorry?
Your website is not working?
We don't have website.
Do I open it?
Yes.
Sorry, just can't see. Yeah, let me get closer.
We have something called a project portal, and I'll tell you how we go about doing that. So the project portal is a place where, actually learned it over.
Is it this?
Yes.
Like a dashboard?
So it's like a dashboard, and what we do is we have all these projects. This is in particular the one for Mercedes. And if you scroll up and down, you'll see all the projects that we have for Mercedes.
Zoom out a little bit.
Where it says 100% on the corner, next to the curve. Zoom out.
Got it. There you go. So what you do is you have different status of priorities. Can you go back in? There you go. Thank you so much. So you have ongoing activities on the portal. You have ongoing activities. We met with so-and-so, we met the engineers, we met with the state representative. We send out a letter to the state representative. We're asking the city to give us that. We're asking that city to give us this. Whatever it is that we're asking for, it's going to be in here, and it'll be all in memory. If you want to go back and check on any of these things, you can go back and look at it. You're in vacation in Puerto Vallarta, and you're saying, I wonder how that grant's going to Rebecca County about that $10 million. All you have to do is log in.
What's going on there right now?
All you have to do is log in, or you're in Brownsville, and you're talking to that county judge over there. Hey, you know what? I'm writing that grant too. In fact, my grant is, let me give it to you. In about 5 minutes, 2 minutes, I'll pop it up. And you can see it here. And you can see what's going on. And and you can see what our team is doing with it and where we're going forth with it. And it's what we've done, the latest is the entry into it. Let's just pretend that at some point you want to know exactly what happened in that whole entire, we can go back and print out a whole sheet of every single point of activity so that you get, for whatever reasons, you want to look at it and say, okay, what has been done with this particular project, with this particular funding? And that's how that goes. You got budgets out here, deliverables in progress, and the other projects. We have 35 projects, about 30 some odd projects going over there in our set. So this is something that I want to integrate into this relationship. Can we go to the next PowerPoint slide? Yeah. Any questions?
Good.
Go ahead. So that's just, this doesn't give it any justice, but it's the PDF version of that. Can we go to the next one? So option one is fixed rate. You tell me what to do, and I'll do it for you. You tell me what grant to go after, and I'll do it for you. And I'll apply all these elements to you. I gave you más o menos a fee for those state grants, federal grants, local grants. You tell me which ones to write, and I'll write them for you. There's a writing fee for that, and it's más o menos. I'll negotiate with Mr. Salinas. But here's the neat part of all this, and here's the reason I'm standing here today. Because this is not what I'm looking for here. Every grant has an administrative fee to it. And I'm chasing that administrative fee. And it's usually 5% of the grant. That's why really I'm in business, because of that 5%. This is just to get going. This is just to pay for the employees, for the laptops, for turning on the light at the office. That's that fee. Okay? Now, pretending we lack and we have an administrative fee attached to it, I will waive that fee. That way you don't have to. I'm already claiming it in the grant. And it doesn't come from your coffers. The only thing that comes from your coffers is this. We want to build up to get those grants going for you. And I guarantee you, once we start landing those grants, you won't see those fees again.
Takes about a year or more or less.
It's about 10 months to a year. Go to the next. Here's option two. This is becoming part of your team. This is everything that I talked about in every slide. This has a monthly fee to that. Just because I'm going to be here with you. Just because I'm going to go take care of those public hearings, those resolutions. I'm going to be talking to the civic centers, to the congressional elements. I'm going to make sure that our application is stellar. Pretending we hit one, we hit a grant. Again, I'm going to waive that. I don't need that anymore because I'm going to get it from the grant. But in the interim, we need to survive. We need to put this thing together. We need to understand your operations. We need to understand your list of projects, your 16 projects that you have. And I need to dive in with Saul and whatever other engineer has so that I can understand where we're at with that project and how do we get it to the next step, which is the grant application. That is valuable time, and that is why I asked for that fee.
That will be for 14 months, $91,000. You will keep that back?
Probably less. Probably less. At the rate we're going, let me say one thing. The folks that we're talking, the team, they're extremely optimistic. I would say anywhere between 10 to 12 months. And we'll be
Whatever it is, 70 or 60, whatever it is, you will keep it back.
That is correct.
78,000.
That is correct.
What's the easiest, like, to refurbish old plants? Like, we have two plants that are very older than Cookie, here, that 33 years old,
Here's the thing.
29 older.
37.
37.
You're thinking of the youngest one?
We got old two water plants that are old, exactly like Roma, which I saw in the news last night. They're getting all that money to refurbish their old plant.
Yeah, this is extremely bold and aggressive.
Yeah.
I placed a call to Alonso to see if he's got to submit anything.
Yeah.
So I can help him with it.
Something like that will be like 100% grant?
Yeah, something like that. Now here's the answer to your question. The Texas Water Development Board likes to consider the most favorable applications, and this is me from talking to Rubenstein and the other folks and Marin and WF all these folks who, they apply like anywhere between 40 and 60 applications every year. What we've gotten to know, because they meet, we listen to the Texas Water Development Board, is the Texas Water Development Board is looking for a need, not a want. Sometimes the narrative in these grants, the wording is not correct. The wording is not posing a need. You have a plant that needs refurbished that's 34 years old. Okay, that's fine, but you need to tell that story. You need to tell it the right way. And why it's old, number one. Secondly, your demographics have changed. Precinct 3 is the highest population than any other precinct here than the other. Precinct 1 used to be tied with precinct 2. It's no longer the case. Your amount of households, the rooftops are growing here, especially in AGUA District. You got 3 or 4 subdivisions going up. And so those kinds of things need to be involved in the narrative, those demographics. Secondly, we live in border. Thirdly, there is a metropolitan area here between, the Hidalgo County and the other side. We're 1.2 million here, and there are 2 million over there. Those kinds of points need to be pointed out in the narrative. It makes a whole world of difference when you're asking for 10, 15 million, and you say, hey, listen, we need this. Tell us why. Convince us. Sure, the system is outdated. The place of operations, the plant, is outdated. But we got about 1,000 more that are outdated. 1,000 more applications that are outdated. Now tell us why yours is different than theirs. That's where good narrative comes in, and that's where having also the edge with these relationships, with these folks up in Austin or in Washington, you can say to them, hey, mine's better, and we need it more. So that's what you get here, and that's what I would like to do. We have it with just about every one of our clients. And we love doing this work, and we hope you go to the next one, please. We hope you see what we see, because like I said, you get paid, I get paid, or we get paid. That's my cell number, and that's the phone I carry here with me. All my clients have it. I'm available 24/7. I mean that. Call me at will. If I don't answer, I'm asleep, or I'm in another meeting. I will call you back, and I'll address that. But I believe in that. Any questions?
On those, the 6,500, the all-inclusive, I mean, in your experience, how many applications do you project sending out?
You have 16 projects. Out of those 16 projects, we pick the best 5.
Right.
And we get those 5 out.
And those will be
And
federal
your bigger
grants?
You get your bigger projects, we divide them up in phases. We put phases, those bigger volumes. Let's get the low-hanging fruit, the ones that you really need. I think your transmission lines are the ones, because of the new places that are opening up. We gotta get those serviced. That's a good one. And then we get the congressional elements involved, so that we get the same thing that Roma got and La Grulla got. La Grulla got 10.1, 10.8, or 11 million out of our plant. 1% match. So that's incorrect. So we need to start thinking that way. I want to try, like I said, that money is it's okay. It keeps us going. It keeps the juices flowing. It keeps the guys excited about what's going to be coming at the end. But we want to get paid, just like you want to get your projects going.
Gotta chase it.
Can we put this item to discuss it among us, which one we wanna get, or can we move this to executive?
Can we move, yes. I motion to have it moved to executive session.
Yes, we discussed it legal, yes.
Sure. Another question, Mr. Salinas, the North Water Plant, who wrote that grant for us?
We did an application.
Yourself?
It was an
Yeah.
application, yes.
You
with
did it
engineers.
yourself?
With the engineers, yes.
Well, good for you.
Somebody-
With AI, everything's possible.
It sure is.
Okay.
You guys did?
I know that you, and I'm
Those are
kind
your
of going
fees.
back and looking at, I'm going back and looking at what you submitted for, I guess like, more than anything, I'm looking for a website to see previous projects and stuff like
I
that,
can
so
get that for
that's, yeah. And I'm looking at what you submitted for the RFQ, It's just like when we see it on the letterhead, that's what we'd like to see, is, like,
I can answer that. I can get that for you. We stopped that RFQ. In fact, I told Mr. Salinas on the project list. We have to fill up 2-3 pages. Well, at least 2 pages. I'm boasting a little bit, but we have to fill up 2 more pages. We've been doing well, really, really well these past 5 years and change. Right after COVID, I opened up the company. We started with La Feria. We went really, really, really well. Did really, really well. We started out doing just police and fire, and we're very good at that. We got them a fire engine truck for $500,000. We have $2 million worth of park monies for La Feria. Those are direct allocations from the state legislature. We didn't write a grant for that. We just asked Oscar Longoria. Oscar Longoria used to help me out with campaigns when I was way back with Ramon. And he knows the type of work and the type of integrity we put into, he knows the type of thing that I like to do, and I work for the congressman, and so he helped me out with that for 2 parks. So it's those kinds of little things. We paved 18 streets. So we started out with that, and now we got into the water thing. Why?
That's where the money's at.
Right now, water, there's a lot of money's available for water.
The legislation just...
That's priority.
You guys just voted for Proposition, what we all did.
Yes.
Proposition 7. So Proposition 7, what that does is it takes what is called now an excise tax. It's an excise tax on fuel. What that means is that tax on that fuel, and anytime you pump the gas, there's money that comes out and goes directly for streets funding. That means Texas highways, right? They did the same thing now for water. Every biennium, there will be money put in there from water sales and from water distribution. And that money is going to go into the legislation every 2 years for funding projects, billions of dollars. That's one of the other reasons I do water project now.
And everybody's after them.
Yeah.
Yes. And so we're going to be competing.
Can't say no to free money.
Yeah, it's gonna be I think it's gonna be like very easy to get some of these grants because there's gonna be a lot of money allocated federally and statewide.
I agree with you 1,000%. Water is now a huge, huge priority. It used to be number 3
Like
or number
oil.
4. It's number 1. So it's a big, big deal. And we're the end users here in the Rio Grande. We're the last of all Cameron County is, but and it's a tough deal. It's a really, really tough deal. We used to deal with the IBWC when I was with the congressman, and every year we would talk our water. They wouldn't do it until it rained. But that's no longer the case. They're going to be working on water, and they're allowing it. They're helping us, assisting us. The state is to get some money. And I want to be a part of that.
Great.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Muchas gracias.
So we're gonna be moving this one into executive, correct?
Yeah.
Motion,
We have a motion by Mr.
De Hoyos.
De Hoyos. Need a second?
second.
Second by Ms. Ana Maria Perez. All those in favor? Any opposed? We're moving item number 11 into executive. Item number 12, discussion and possible action authorizing general manager to solicit competitive bids for materials for the water line extension on Liberty Road.
Yes, sir, Mr. President, members of the board. I would like to solicit for competitive bids, and this is for the materials pertaining to an 8-inch water line and a 12-inch water line. I would like to get that difference, and this is the reason why. There's a major subdivision that is coming up between 4 Mile Line and 7 Mile Line, between Tom Gill and Giles Road. It's a 57 lot, 10-acre lot subdivision. And Liberty Road, it's on the CIP. So technically, the developer will get some type of a credit back through the impact fees. So I wanted to get officially a cost of the difference in material to bring it back to the board at the next board meeting for direction on how we can assist the developer, because the project is within or approved CIP projects, which is Liberty Road from 4 Mile Line to 7 Mile Line. So this is just a solicitation that I'm gonna get so that I can get official numbers and costs so that we can determine how, if we are going to assist the developer.
Second.
I have a motion by Mr. Pettis, a second by Ms. Ana Maria Pettis. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Item number 13, discussion and possible action on approval of the water and sewer CCN transfer agreements with the City of La Jolla or authorized intervention in applications with PUC.
Yes, sir, Mr. President, members of the board, the City of La Jolla had a special meeting conducted last week, I believe it was last Thursday, and they did approve our proposed map as far as the CCN boundaries within the City of La Jolla for the water and sanitary sewer. The mayor signed the agreement. The last agenda item that we had was giving authorization to the general manager to execute such documents for the agreements for both the water and the sanitary sewer CCN based on the boundaries that the board had approved. They submitted back documentation, and it has the presidents for the president to sign the document. So I would like for the board to authorize also, of course, the board president to execute that agreement. So if you can see on the attachments, the mayor of the City of La Jolla signed those two agreements. I know that since I was authorized, I could go ahead and sign for the board president. But since it's a document it's a very, very important document for the PUC and the CCN, I just want to make sure we get it right. So I don't know if anything from legal on this. If that's okay, we can authorize also the board president to execute those agreements.
I say yes, Karen. Any different opinion?
Yeah, I think this really is just, previously the general manager was authorized to negotiate and execute the agreement. Weren't sure whether there'd be any potential other changes or anything. The great news is this is almost over the finish line, right? We've got signatures from the city, and now it's just awaiting signatures from the district. And just in an abundance of caution, because this is a monumental, agreement transaction. Just want to make sure to bring it to y'all, final approval, and authorize the president to sign.
Once they sign it, then record it, send it to Austin, or what do we do?
We're gonna send it back to the City of La Jolla, and the next step will be for the City of La Jolla to amend their application based on the boundaries that we gave them. Yes, and after that, of course, we're gonna apply for our expansion of our CCN.
So the
And-
final
and be
agreement
the-
is, I know it was still in discussions, right?
Yes, it has been already approved and signed by the City of La Jolla for both the water and the sewer CCN based on the maps that the board approved, the limits set forth. So we did submitted that to the City of La Jolla from the previous board meeting, and they accepted the limits for both water and sanitary sewer.
Oh, good.
And it'll be in the news for positive notes, right? As a positive.
So it's a positive thing, yeah.
Great.
Yes, it's building relationships.
Here I wanted to keep talking about CCNs for another.
Yeah. We finally have something on
It's history
paper.
on the making. I mean,
We want everybody happy.
it's monumental, like Jaron said, it's a big
Can't
deal
have it
for
with
the
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 district.
monuments, absolutely, yeah.
It's good. It's good.
All right, so on your motion,
So moved.
I have a motion by Ms. Pettis,
Second?
a second by Dr. Villarreal. All those in favor? Any opposed? Okay, motion passes.
And then the representative of La Jolla make the motion.
Oh, I know.
It's all right. The motion.
I recall my motion.
As long as it's get done, it'll be all right. We're in agreement, Mr. Pettis, we're in agreement.
Yeah, he's leaving.
You don't wanna go along with it?
Oh, it's 2 years, 2 terms.
All right, going
Are you
to
gonna-
item 14, executive session. As provided by the Texas Open Meetings Act, Texas Government Code Sections 551.071-551.091, the Board of Directors may convene in a closed executive session to deliberate, discuss, or consult regarding the matters listed below on proper motion and approval of any of the items set forth above under Texas Open Meetings Act, and Texas Government Code Section 551.071, consultation with attorney. A, cause number C-3353-20-I, S&B Infrastructure versus Iowa Special Utility District and the District Court of Hidalgo County, Texas, 398th Judicial District. B, Performance Service Incorporated Litigation. C, Capital Improvement Plan. Also moving in, item number 11, discussion and possible action on authorizing general manager to negotiate and execute proposed contract for grant writing services with Border Affairs LLC. I need a motion to go into executive.
So moved.
I have a motion by Ms. Bettis, a second by Mr. De Hoyos. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We're now going into executive session at 7:29.